It's a Manchu. Welcome back to Minecraft Bedrock vs. Java, where I play through both versions of the game and compare them. I am back in my Java Edition world now, back in the overworld, back from my trip to the Nether, and I'm going to do something with these villagers, something that will give me nice big discounts. I'm going to turn them all into zombies, and then cure them. To do that, to start with, I need to get a zombie to attack these guys and turn them into zombies. So, let me put down a little minecart to hopefully catch the zombie in, and I'll go try and find one to recruit. It is nighttime now, so that should be easy to do. Just run out here and see if I can find a zombie and get him to chase me. Now, this is a case where it's important, the difficulty level that I have this game set to. I always play in hard difficulty, and for this trick of changing the villagers into zombies, I need to play on hard difficulty. Because when a zombie kills a villager on hard difficulty, they will automatically 100% of the time turn into a zombie villager. On medium difficulty, 50% of the time they turn into a zombie villager. And on easy difficulty, the villager just dies every time. Okay, I'm seeing spiders and skeletons and creepers. Where are the zombies? Gotta be a zombie around here somewhere. I hear a zombie. Oh, and a creeper! Creeper! Get out of here with that nonsense. Stupid creeper. Alright, got the zombie. Just need to get him to follow me. This way, my friend. Zombies will follow you from quite some distance. I just gotta make sure that I don't outrun him completely. Oh, I outran him. Come back! Come back! Oh, there he is. Whoops. Oh, crap. Did he find me? He found me. Oh, here he comes. Okay. Come this way, my friend. I need your help. Let's get him to follow me. And into the minecart. And in the minecart. And in the minecart. Why didn't you go in the minecart? Get in the frickin' minecart. There we go. And the minecart happened to shove over toward the villagers. Okay. Now, the villagers right now are not getting attacked. Oh, shoot. Did I? Oh, no, I didn't screw that up. That should be okay. I think there's a powered rail under him right now. But he's focused on me. I need him to focus on the villagers and convert them to zombies. If you would do that for me. So I'm just gonna, like, hide out of sight. And the zombie should attack the villagers. I think I heard it attack the villager, but then it kind of stopped doing it for some reason. Let me just see if I can shove you off there a little bit. That is not working. Let's try to break this lectern. Shove him over. Oops. Remember to block. Shove him over there. That should be okay. I don't think the villager can escape with the trapdoor up. Let me just hide again. There we go. There we go. Okay. And he's converted that guy into a zombie villager. Perfect. Now, let me move you back out of the way. And I'll just leave you standing there for a minute. Now I have to cure this guy. Actually, before I get into curing him, let's name this guy, because I don't want him to go away. He's my motivational speaker, to motivate all these villagers to give me better traits. Right, now I gotta cure this guy. To cure him, I need him to be under the effects of weakness and then use a golden apple on him. For that, I gotta make potions of weakness, which I haven't done yet. Alright, I have over here some water bottles. Now, in this brewing stand, there's a couple things I need. First of all, I need water bottles. Secondly, I need, I think it's called a catalyst, but I always think of it as fuel for the brewing stand. And that is blaze powder. So turn this blaze rod into blaze powder. And stick that stuff in here. And now you see this bar here is filled up. And that is the catalyst or fuel for the brewing stand. Once I use this a number of times, this will eventually empty out. And then it'll take more blaze powder from over here to fill that bar up again. Much like fuel in a smelter. Okay, now I need a fermented spider eye to turn the bottles of water into potions of weakness. And a fermented spider eye is just combining these three ingredients: spider eye, sugar, and brown mushroom. And that gives me fermented spider eye. I'll add that in. And that will brew me up potions of weakness. Now, for any other kind of potion, I need to convert the water bottles into awkward potions by adding netherwort. Potions of weakness is the only exception where I don't need netherwort as the base to make the awkward potions. Alright, now I have potions of weakness. That's great, but I don't want to drink them. I want to use them on the zombie, and I can't, like, give it the potion and make it drink it. So I'm going to convert these to splash potions of weakness using gunpowder. Notice the duration of these potions of weakness are 1 minute 30 seconds. When they're converted to splash potions of weakness, the duration is still 1 minute 30 seconds. In Java Edition, the duration of splash potions and ordinary potions is the same. In Bedrock Edition, splash potions are a slightly shorter duration than the regular potion counterparts. Okay, so I have the golden apple, I have the splash potion of weakness. Let's go up and cure this zombie villager. Throw that potion at him. Use the golden apple on him, and he'll begin to shiver, and you see some red particles there to indicate that the villager is being cured. This process in Java Edition takes between 3 and 5 minutes. It's kind of variable how long it will take. In Bedrock Edition, it's a little shorter. It's more like 1.5 minutes for the villager to be cured. In theory, I know it's possible that if you have iron bars or beds within 4 blocks of the villager that's being cured, they will be cured slightly faster. And when I say slightly faster, I mean the maximum effect you would get is like 4 to 5% faster. So instead of taking a maximum of 5 minutes for the zombie villager to cure, they would be cured in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Whoopee. That's why I'm not going to bother with that. It is a mechanic that you can do, but it makes such a small difference, it's usually not worth bothering. Since it's going to take a while for that guy to cure, while I'm at it, I might as well do it to another guy. Let me go hide while you do your thing. Alright, move you back out of the way. And I'll cure this guy too. There we go. He's cured. Now, because of that, he likes me a lot, and you can see the kind of discounts I'm getting. It used to be 5 emeralds in a book for a Silk Touch enchantment book. Now it's 1 emerald in a book for a Silk Touch enchantment book. Alluding to it used to be 23 emeralds in a book. Now it's 1 emerald in a book. Projectile Protection 2 has gone down from 25 emeralds in a book to 1 emerald in a book. The bookshelves, instead of costing 9 emeralds, now cost 3. And name tags are discounted a bit too. Now, I can do this more times and get even bigger discounts, which I'm likely to probably do. I want to get some really good discounts. The thing is that curing this villager is also going to give me discounts for some of these other villagers. In Bedrock Edition, if you cure a zombie villager within 16 blocks of other villagers, you just get the discount for that, but it is a temporary discount for all the villager friends. In Java Edition, there's this gossip mechanic that happens where the villagers trade information about the player, and there should come a time of day where they start to talk about what I did for them, and then the other villagers will also give me some temporary discounts for curing the villagers. I think I want to do that to them again, so let's try this again. Alright, now let's see what this guy thinks of me. Actually, let me give you your lectern back. Looks like I'm getting similar discounts. Again, now I'm getting mending for a book plus 1 emerald. That's pretty nice. Alright, I'm back after having zombified and cured all the villagers at least twice. Some 3 or 4 times, but most of them just twice to get good discounts. I put the Mr. Motivational Speaker for the village. Whoops. Let me back that. Mr. Motivational Speaker for the village I've hidden away over here behind glass so these other villagers won't see it and freak out. They'll still be able to do their jobs. In Java Edition, if they could make eye contact with a zombie, they won't sleep, they won't work at their workstations, they'll just be too freaked out to do anything. So now I got major discounts from these guys. Let's see, where do I begin? Let's start with the farmer over here, because I have a lot of stuff to sell the farmer. Carrots, 4 for an emerald. That's a pretty good deal. Pumpkins, 1 for an emerald. Melons, 1 for an emerald. And I can get all the golden carrots I need. 3 for an emerald. The Fletcher, 1 stick for an emerald. That's a pretty freaking good deal. In fact, everything here costs an emerald or is 1 item for an emerald from the Fletcher. The Cartographer, let's see. Oh, it's 8 paper for an emerald. That's not the best. But you know, glass pane's 1 for an emerald. That's a good deal. All this other stuff costs 1 emerald. The Toolsmith, 3 coal for an emerald. And the diamond tools that they sell, 1 emerald each. Weaponsmith, 3 coal for an emerald. 1 iron for an emerald. And diamond axe and sword, 1 emerald apiece. The armor will sell me a full set of diamond armor for 8 emeralds in total. I didn't get the pants trade down far enough, but it's good enough. Fisherman, 1 coal for an emerald. That's pretty darn good. And stonemason, a clay for an emerald. I'll take that. Efficiency 4 for 1 emerald. And this is cool. These librarians that sell bookshelves sell them for an emerald apiece. I can take these bookshelves and break them down into 3 books apiece and sell the books back to them for 1 book for an emerald, so profit. Unfortunately, the cleric, I think I cured him 3 times and still am only getting 8 rotten flesh for an emerald. Not the best deal, but I'll take it. So what's the point of all this trading? Why did I bother to cure all these zombie villagers when I have full diamond armor anyway? Well, I don't know if you noticed, but in the course of that trading, I've repaired all my tools that have mending, and I've gotten up to 32 levels, so I can start enchanting things. Yeah, you get experience training with villagers, and that's going to give me experience I need to repair my tools and to do some enchanting of my tools and armor. So that's pretty darn useful. Now I'm going to do a little bit more training with these guys, get more levels, do some enchanting. You see my diamond helmet isn't enchanted yet, so I'm going to remedy that situation. Then I'll go into Bedrock Edition and work on curing zombie villagers there. But I'm going to do it in a way that doesn't require splash potions of weakness to cure them. And here in the Bedrock Edition world, I'm going to zombify a lot of villagers here and cure them, but I'm not going to use splash potions of weakness for that. I'm going to use tipped arrows of weakness. Now, before I get into that, I just want to point out here, I mentioned in the Java Edition part that splash potions and regular potions have the same duration in Java Edition. You can see they do not have the same duration in Bedrock Edition. But anyway, yeah, I want to make tipped arrows of weakness. The problem is, to make tipped arrows of weakness, I have to combine in a crafting table 8 arrows with a lingering potion of weakness. Lingering potions are made by taking splash potions and adding a bottle of dragon's breath to them. I don't have dragon's breath. So how am I going to do this? Well, using a special feature of cauldrons that only exists in Bedrock Edition. I can actually use potions on a cauldron, and it fills up the cauldron 1/3 of the way full with whatever potion I put in it. In this case, it was a fire resistance potion, and it gives me back an empty bottle. I can use an empty bottle on this cauldron and get the potion back. This works for any kind of potion. So I put a splash potion of fire resistance in there, fills it up 1/3 of the way. I use the empty bottle back on it, and I get the splash potion of fire resistance back. If I put in a potion of fire resistance and try to add splash potion of fire resistance, that's a bug, friends and neighbors. That shouldn't do that. That's not supposed to work like that. It's supposed to fizzle out. What's supposed to happen is if I take, say it's 1/3 of the way full of water, and I try to add a potion, it fizzles out, and I'm left with nothing. That's how it's supposed to work. And you're not supposed to be able to combine potions of different kinds. That is clearly a bug, though, that allowed me to do that. But anyway, what I want to do is take these potions of weakness that I've made and put them into the cauldron. And put 3 potions of weakness in there, so I've filled the cauldron up with the potion of weakness effect. Now I'm going to take a stack of arrows and actually use the arrows on the full cauldron. And that gives me a full stack of arrows of weakness. Like I said, you have to have the weakness effect on the zombie and then use a golden apple on it. It doesn't matter how it gets that weakness effect. So I can actually shoot them with these arrows of weakness and then use the golden apple on them to cure them. But when I shoot them, I want to use a regular bow. I don't want to use my Power 5 bow because, it will still do damage to the zombie villager, and I don't want to kill the zombie villager. So I'm going to use this bow to shoot them. And I think it's also appropriate to discuss, how do I tell which kind of arrows I'm going to shoot? Will I shoot the arrows of weakness or the regular arrows? That depends on where you're holding them in your inventory. So the priority goes, arrows that are in your offhand are fired first. So if I have the arrows of weakness there, and then these regular arrows in my hotbar, it's going to fire the arrows of weakness that are in my offhand first. As you can see, it fired the arrows of weakness. Next priority goes to stuff in my hotbar, so if I put the arrows of weakness in my regular inventory, these arrows will get fired first, and it goes in priority from left to right. So it should fire regular arrows, as it did. Stuff in your offhand first, then arrows in the hotbar left to right, and then arrows in your regular inventory, top left to right, then the next row left to right, then the next row left to right. So if I put the arrows like this, it's going to fire the arrows of weakness first, as you can see. Now, if I use an infinity bow and I fire the arrows of weakness, it still used the arrow of weakness. I can recover it, though, because it didn't hit anything. But, yeah, the infinity effect does not work on tipped arrows. It only works for regular arrows. I'm going to go ahead and take that enchanted bow out of my inventory so I don't accidentally shoot that. Let's see, what else? Oh, one other thing. I do have those nitwit villagers that I turned into zombie villagers, and I want to cure those, at least most of them. But I'm a little concerned because I have thorns 2 on my chest plate. And when I was corralling those zombified nitwits, they might have taken some damage because the thorn effect harms things that are attacking you. It has a chance of doing damage to things that do damage to you. And some of those zombies got hurt a little bit. I don't want them to be so badly hurt that when I shoot them with the arrow of weakness, it actually kills them. I'm actually going to go to the effort to heal the zombie villagers before I go and try and shoot them with an arrow so I don't accidentally kill them. In order to heal them, I'm going to make potions of harming because zombie villagers are undead. And so undead are harmed by healing effect and healed by the harming effect. So to make potions of harming, it's kind of a good example of how to make potions in general. To start with, actually, I need to take the bottle of water and add netherwort to those bottles of water to turn them into awkward potions. Once I have the awkward potions, I will make a glistering melon and add the glistering melon to that. And that will turn these awkward potions into potions of healing. Now, like I just said, healing will actually harm undead. I want to use potions of harming. So I'm going to make a fermented spider eye and add fermented spider eye to the potions of instant health. That will reverse the effect of this potion and turn it into a potion of instant harming. Now, the next ingredient I'm going to add, yes, there's going to be a lot of ingredients. Take this glowstone that I collected with Silk Touch, and I'm actually going to break it by hand and get some glowstone dust. I'll take these potions of harming and add glowstone dust. Glowstone dust added to a potion will increase its potency, and it will turn these potions of harming into potions of harming 2. Potions of harming 2, that kind of doubles the damage they do. Or in the case of the undead, it will double the amount of healing. Now, the last step is to add gunpowder to turn these into splash potions. Alright. Splash potions of instant harming 2. Now, I gotta be careful how I handle these things. I don't want to drop it at my feet. It will hurt. Let's go over to where I have all these zombie villagers. Notice something here. I've more or less finished this mad scientist laboratory. I have a couple of zombie villagers here. This one I intend to use to zombify and then cure all of the regular villagers from the trade hall. That's why I've cut a hole in the wall and put this railing here. But over here is where I've moved all of these nitwits that I turned into zombies. Before I shoot them with arrows, let me throw this. There. That should have healed them, so they shouldn't get killed. Now I'm just going to do a quick shot at these guys and make sure not to draw it all the way back. I want to minimize the damage I'm doing. I just want to get the weakness effect on them. And then, there we go. They will begin to cure. I suppose I can do the other ones while I'm at it. Now this will take, maybe about a minute and a half, maybe a little longer. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes. Once they're cured, they should hopefully cure at about the same time, since I started the process about the same time. So hopefully the first villager to get cured isn't killed by the other villager that isn't cured yet. Something magical will happen when they're cured. I didn't realize this at the time. I'm squeamish about killing villagers just because they're inconvenient for me. I turned the nitwits into zombie villagers simply because I felt that was more humane than just killing them outright. And I was complaining on a Discord channel, lamenting the fact that I had 8 nitwits out of a couple dozen villagers, and is this a bug or what the heck's going on? And somebody mentioned, hey, do you know, you could just turn them into zombies and then cure them, and they'll come back as regular villagers. What? I did not know that. And so it was kind of serendipitous that I did that. And look at that. They are not nitwits anymore. They're regular villagers. They can be productive members of society. They can get jobs. These guys, believe me, they used to be nitwits. But now that they've been turned into zombies and cured, they're regular villagers. Imagine that. It's a miracle. So I've turned 6 nitwits into 6 regular unemployed villagers that could get jobs. That is so cool. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that that worked that way at the time that I turned into zombies. So I went ahead and made a lot more villagers, and my trade hall is pretty much done. I don't need these guys for the trade hall. For that reason, I'm going to have to relocate them far away from here. I'm going to move them to an undisclosed location for a future project. And then I'll get to zombifying the other villagers for the trading hall and curing them a bunch of times to get big discounts. The nice advantage here is I don't have to hide from the zombies because they can't see me through the glass anyway. So they will just target the villager even though I'm standing right here and I can watch them do their thing. Well, I just put away the remaining arrows of weakness. I've used up all the gold that I have. I have a few golden apples left, but I think I've done enough with curing the villagers to get pretty good discounts for a lot of them. Now, there's one thing I want to take care of today, one more thing, and that is I want to get another source of fuel. Up to now, I've been using charcoal. I've been, farming lots of trees and making charcoal and using that for fuel for my furnaces. But I want to try using a different kind of fuel. I want to try using lava. To do that, I'm going to need a bunch of buckets. So I can get some buckets of lava for that. Guess that'll do for a start. Now I'll go off and find some lava. Probably could find it in the nether. Let me just load in these lava buckets. Well, I have a lot of charcoal, don't I? 1 charcoal provides enough fuel to smelt 8 things. A bucket of lava provides enough fuel to smelt 100 items. Obviously, I can't stack the buckets of lava, but it still should be a good fuel source. And I can make it renewably. Rather than continuing to go to the nether to get it, I will make a farm for it here. But I'm going to need to make the farm somewhere further away from the woodland mansion because the woodland mansion is made of wood. I don't want to have lava flows near the wood structure where things could catch on fire. Yeah, this area looks pretty good. Now, the idea behind this farm is if I have pointed dripstone above the cauldrons, and the block above the pointed dripstone has a lava source in it, then over time the cauldrons will fill up with lava. So if I put a lava source there, and another one there, that should have lava sources or flowing lava over all of those blocks. And you can see the orange drip from these dripstones. Eventually, these cauldrons will fill up with lava. Then I can pick up that lava in a bucket. It will take a variable amount of time, but it should work within maybe about 20 minutes. Maybe a little less. In that case, that was considerably less than 20 minutes. This trick also works with water. I could have put water sources up there, and then the cauldrons would over time fill up with water. Not that I need a renewable source of water. And there's another. Now this should be fairly close enough that it's going to work while I'm in the woodland mansion, and I can just go down there and collect lava when I need it. And I've already made a lava farm just like that in Java Edition. Works the same way. But now that I have this trade hall set up, and all of these villagers cured multiple times, so they're giving me really good trades. I can now use that as a source of experience, and I think I've accomplished quite enough for today. Next time, I'm going to start working on some of my favorite farms to make in Minecraft. I think they're very useful to have. If you made it this far in this video, you probably like what you saw, so click on the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And next time, I will look at building some of my favorite farms to make. Now that I have access to quartz from the Nether, it's going to be possible to do it. Next time on Chooses Minecraft, Java versus Bedrock.